Good morning. First, I want to say I'm glad that all of us are here. Thank you, Pastor Haynes, for convening this group. And over the last 15 years, I have a unique perspective on this idea because that's what I've done for the last 20 years or so. That's work on the streets to stop Trayvon Martin from happening. My role has been to educate brothers coming out of prison and to create peace agreements amongst rival and gang organizations and things like that. Been doing it all around the country. And of course, it hurt me to see this tragedy. But my thought was this: as much as I am hurt, I think that more of our children are confused. And so I stand today not to speak about my frustration, but to try and interpret the idea that some of these young people have. Right here to my right, you'll see Anton Lucky, but you also see Bruce Wayne, because there's an indivisible duality when you live in the neighborhoods that we live in. You kind of have to keep your soldier suit on to be protected from your environment, but you also have to be civil enough to operate in this civil order. So you don't know which one you are. Sometimes you're the gangster, sometimes you're the child. Sometimes you're a thug, sometimes you're just another individual who is trying to make it day by day. So I think that at this moment, what we should do is give those young people a voice to be who they are, and then to express to them that this type of violence is not necessary and we won't stand for it. But also, we give them the microphone and we give them the platform. It was a young sister who created the first march that happened in Dallas about a week ago. She's 25 years old. Her name is Demetrius. She's from Pleasant Grove, nothing special. She just saw her brother killed the same way when she was 12 years old. And she has 3 children. She lives in Pleasant Grove. She's just another young sister. But she said, Brother Omar, I was moved when I saw the same injustice happen to my brother. So we want to bring them together with you and with us and say we're going to give them access to our strength and our minds, and we hope that this doesn't happen again, but at least we'll be able to respond in truth. So we're happy to be here, and we are in full support of this movement to stop our young people from dying. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm George Mason, Senior Pastor of the Wilshire Baptist Church in Dallas. You know, Jesus said, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." But imagine how much more comforting it is when people whose grief is not their own mourn with those who are grieving. I'm here first of all to say that I am standing in solidarity with people of color who live in an America that is not yet what it can be. And that as long as people are treated differently from people who look like me, because they look like they look in the eyes of others, we've not arrived. If the only people who show up are those who have grievances, then we're not going to make the progress we need. It's not enough for white people in this town or in this country to sympathize from afar. You can't just say so in your heart. You have to move your feet. I'd like to invite people of goodwill from all over Dallas, regardless of your color, to be here on Saturday. You won't agree with everything everyone says. Well, this is America. Thank you. But if you have a broken heart over what's happened, come and be here. If Professor Cornel West is right, and I think he is, that justice is what love looks like in public, what's happened in the Trayvon Martin case doesn't look like justice to me because it's not yet public love. If we want to love our neighbor as ourselves, then we need to prove it. And Saturday is a time when we can begin that work. So come and join us and be present here. God bless you.
God bless you. Good morning. I'm John Fullenwider, and I'm speaking today as the president of the Dallas Peace Center. As a peace activist, my motto is always, if you want peace, work for justice. If you want peace, work for justice. And none of the soothing words telling everyone to be calm in the face of a travesty are going to bring calmness unless they bring justice with it. How will we remember, how will we honor the life and death of Trayvon Martin? Will we forget about Trayvon Martin in a few weeks or months? Will we not remember that there are Trayvon Martins in Dallas? Over 60 unarmed civilians shot by Dallas police in the last 10 or 12 years. Most recent being Clinton Allen in March of this year. Officer feared for his life. When did he fear for his life? After the first shot to the chest? After the second shot to the chest? After the third, fourth, and fifth shot to the chest? Or did he fear for his life after the last shot in the back while the young man was lying on the ground? Fear for your life. How will we honor the life of Trayvon Martin? You know, what is a person of conscience to make of a country that has more of its citizens in jail than any other nation on earth? And yet it's the same country that allows a confessed killer to walk away from the dead body of a black kid on the ground in the Florida night. What are we going to do in this country? Are we going to forget Trayvon Martin in a few months, or are we going to change the racist, unjust infrastructure that props up America's truly criminal justice system, that props up America's broken, underfunded schools, that props up America's dishonest stock market, that props up America's growing inequality in wealth and income, and that props up America's corrupted election systems? The death of Trayvon Martin is a murder hiding in plain sight. How will we honor the life of Trayvon Martin? Will we change America? Will we change America? America, will we change? Thank you.
Any questions? If not, we will see you on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock a.m., and we look forward to a powerful day that launches a transformational movement. America is on trial. God bless you. Thank you.